5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire.
We find wrestling, one promotion, one event, one match at a time. We are the Indie Wrestling Experience with Bob and John. I am Bob. John, what is up, man?
What is going on, Bob? Hey, everybody.
Woo! So we got a guest this week.
I saw, man, our buddy.
I know.
Long time no talk.
Yeah, Tully Bertorelli is going to join us again this week and update us on what's going on with him. He's got a big match coming up this weekend at UPW against Nerd Rage Melvin Hayes that has John and I
Whew.
split internally over who we're cheering for here because we love us some Nerd
Absolutely.
Rage.
Oh, Nerd Rage is the best, but I mean, Tully, the Talkster, man. That's our guy.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what's been going on with him because I haven't seen him. I haven't seen matches come up a lot lately, and
Right.
so I'm not sure what's going on with him. I do know he sent me some of his new art, which I don't know if you've
Awesome.
seen it. It's very, very cool. And I think there's some new music up on his YouTube, so we'll talk about that
Very
as
cool.
well.
Absolutely.
But first,
Hey, man, this
oh, go ahead.
multi-talented performer, man. This guy, you can't nail him down. Can't pigeonhole this man.
He's a true artist, man. I mean, it's funny when we talk to
Exactly.
him in the past, right? It's like he's always
Hmm.
got 3 or 4 projects in the back of his head or art, something he
Right.
wants to bring, a vision he wants to bring to life. Sometimes it's music for a while, sometimes it's art, but I love it. Absolutely love it. I don't know where he finds the time in the day to do all these things because I am
You and me
tired all the
both.
time, and he's 10 years younger than we are.
Right? And holding down a full-time gig. I mean, this is his passion stuff. We're talking about all his passions. I mean, this man still got a 9 to 5, so it's crazy.
It's just, man, the older I get, just saying things like that just sounds hard. Like, how do you do it? And then here I am doing the podcast, right? Here we are doing the podcast, but this isn't work. This is just fun.
Exactly.
Oh shit. Well, we were going to talk about Shine 85 this week.
Man, yeah.
That did not go well. I
I was gonna
did.
say you got a little more info on it than I got, man. You and I kind of went back and forth on it. I kind of tried to look up some stuff. I mean, there's not even a lot of stuff on the web.
No.
So, you have to give me a little bit of insight here.
Well, I don't really know. Like the end, the story's not over necessarily because I don't know what happened. But
Hmm.
you and I had talked about it. We were going to watch Shine 85. I was very much looking forward to Laney Luck taking on Evilise.
You and me
And
both.
yeah, and so I went on, and I don't want to bash it, but here's what happened. So Club WWN is one of the least frequently used streaming channels for me. In fact, I really only
Hmm.
use it to watch Shine for the most part. And so,
Hmm.
I'll sign up for the membership when there's a Shine pay per view. The Shine pay per views are like every 3 months, so it's not like
Right.
I'll sign up for the WWN membership twice a year and watch 2 of those 4, or something like that.
Right.
$9.99. And
Yeah, it's a good deal.
yeah,
Get you 9.99. I feel like I get my money's worth out of a Shine show for sure.
yeah, absolutely. And look, I don't mind. I mean, basically, it almost amounted to a $10 pay per view. Every time I wanted to watch Shine.
Hmm.
So what? 10
Right.
bucks is perfect price for a pay per view, especially an indie pay per view. So
Agreed.
I go on Club WWN, sign up for my membership on Sunday, and then I'm immediately hit with a $7.50 pay per view add on for members. So now it's not just $9.99 anymore. Now it's an extra $7.50 to watch the Shine show. So now I'm in 18
Oh
bucks.
man. Mm.
Okay. I mean, look, I like Shine, but I'm not. I don't have the resources to spend $20 on every pay per view I want to see, especially since we watch so much wrestling. But
Right.
okay, I did it. And I think I sent you a text message when I did it. I was like, dude, beware.
Hmm.
Something new.
Yep.
And so then the show comes on, Well, it doesn't come on. I went to go log in. It said they would be on the broadcast at 16:20, 4:20 in the afternoon, and
Hmm.
they usually have the channel up, but there's usually nothing on. Like on
Right.
IWTV
The
before a show
countdown.
starts.
Right.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
usually
yeah.
playing stuff, but not on WWN. It's usually just blank until then, or for the most part, I think. But so I didn't log on until close to 5 o'clock, and I got a spinning wheel waiting for broadcast. 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, 45. I mean, just waiting and waiting. I finally texted you and said, "Hold off, dude. I don't know what's
Right.
going on, but this doesn't look like it's going to work out." Well, it never did work out. The show never came on for me. I don't know when or if it came on. I do know I did see what you're talking about. Like there's not a lot of talk about all the
Mm-mm.
matches. There's no place where I can find all the results. I'm not seeing a lot of
Yeah.
highlights.
Even on Cage Match, man. Cage Match only had a couple of things. It was weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so it's very possible, that there's something happened with the broadcast, although I didn't see anything about that
Hmm.
anywhere either.
Right.
Not like that's national news, but still in our circles, if a Shine pay-per-view
Hmm.
they were refunding customers because of a pay-per-view went bad or something, you and I would find out about it pretty quickly.
We'd find out about it. Absolutely.
So I didn't see anything. But the one thing that got me was during the show, when this was going on 15 minutes in, I sent a message on their contact form saying, "Hey, this is not working. What's going on? Can you help?" I never got a response. And
Hmm.
I emailed them today being Tuesday now. And I haven't heard back. But that was just today. But I emailed them today and haven't heard back. It was disappointing. I was really looking forward to that show. I I've never been a huge fan of the app. I really think they need to rework that, but that's their thing. I always would grin and bear it to watch the show for $9.99, and then I would just be done.
Right.
And I really enjoy the Shine shows, and so I was pretty disappointed. But
Yeah, it stinks, man. I was definitely looking forward to it. Definitely a little bit of a letdown. I got all excited and was like, "Hey, man, what are we doing again?" And you were like, "You might want to hold off." Um, I mean, and let's be honest. I mean, you and I were there was a lot of good matches lined up that we were really going to enjoy, but we were there for Laney and Evilise, and so that kind of stinks we didn't get to see that one, but. We'll figure it out moving forward.
yeah, absolutely. I'm just hoping I get my money back. If anybody's listening,
No kidding, for real.
I mean, whatever. I mean, like he said, I could have watched it. If it's on, if they put it in the library at some point, I could probably watch it eventually. But it was for this, it was for us to talk
Right,
about.
exactly. Yeah, all right. We wanted it for some content and just for the love of those two performers that we mentioned before. So yeah,
Yeah.
we got to get our Laney Luck, Evilise fixed somewhere else now.
Hey, I saw Laney Luck is defending the WWE title, ID title against Erica Demia at two different places in the next like 3 weeks.
Ooh.
So those will be pretty
Who's
good
on the
matches.
come up, Bob?
Yeah.
Who's on the come up?
Yeah.
There was a couple of guys talking about that at the end of last year, was there not?
Yep. And did we not see other people paired in multiple matches with ID talent get ID'd after that?
Hmm.
We saw Sam Holloway and Marcus Mathers go around the country on ID matches, and
Yep.
so this has that smell to me. Um,
Yes, it does.
and I saw a post saying something about Notorious Mimi may be in on this as well. That they may be trying her
Ooh,
back out
okay.
too.
Hey,
So
well deserved.
yeah, those are two names we've been talking about for a year now.
Hmm.
And
Yep.
Mimi's already been up once, so she
Yep.
kind of knows the ropes. Pun not intended.
Exactly.
As I saw, there's a ton of people at a tryout this week. Did you see some of the names on there? I Black Jack's getting a WWE tryout this week.
Hey, we just saw I Blackjack with Dijak not too long ago.
Yep.
Uh, that kid is ready for something big. I mean, he is, dude. He is so good for being so young. Great size, great athleticism. I think Dijak was seemed like he was extremely impressed. So, listen, what have we been saying? Dijak's kind of that litmus test right now in the Indies, right?
Right?
If you put on a good match with Dijak and he kind of gives you that blessing, sky's the limit. And I mean, Goldie's there now. I Black Jack is there. I mean, listen,
Yeah, Gabriel
Dijak.
Sky.
We love Dijak. I mean, the man is amazing. So he is just building these guys up and really, dude, it's awesome what he's doing for the Indies and these guys, these young guys, man. So
I 1,000% agree. Um, some other names on that list. One that's I know you like. Russ Hamilton is on that list trying out. That's a big boy going to get his shot.
that's our, you know, dude, we called that. I mean, way back at the beginning of 25. We kind of came across Bruce Hamilton and were just blown away. So, you know me. I like my big beefy boys, and he is definitely one of them.
The only other name on that list that I wanted to mention, just because it's my favorite name in all of wrestling history, probably to say, it's like in hockey, Anze Kopitar is one of my favorite. Like you can't, like it's just the greatest hockey name ever, right? Bhupinder Gujar is going to be trying
Bless you.
out TNA's
Oh,
Bhupinder
oh, I'm
Gujar.
sorry.
What? You say bless you.
Bless you. I'm sorry. You lost me.
You know what's funny about Bhupinder Gujar is he is so popular with his Indian fans. Like when I post,
Hmm.
I went to a TNA taping like 3 years ago, and I post my little clips. I take little clip videos to post.
Right,
My
right.
my video of Bhupinder Gujar's entrance at the 2300 arena got like more views than all the rest of the videos combined from that taping. Like it was just, and then these messages from folks, more Bhupinder, please. Do you have the full mat? Like they were going insane. It was wild to see.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Awesome.
Him and I also like Mahabali Shira. That was another one that I used to like to
Oh,
say a lot.
dude, I love Shira and just, you know, what's crazy to me is the size of some of these Indian wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
Like where are they growing these
I
guys at?
know.
Because some of these guys are freaking huge. I mean, Shira, listen, I love that guy.
Mm-hmm.
When he kind of burst onto the scene, right, with I think it was TNA, right, or were
Yep.
they Impact at the time? Um, dude, he just kind of it was one of those where it was a guy that captivates you, right? You're just like you have what do we always say? The airport test, right? That guy walks by you in the airport,
No question.
you just stare and you just what the. He's amazing. So a guy, and Shearer now has been around long enough. That's a guy that needs to get some run in a big company. I mean, there are enough really, really, really good Indian wrestlers out right now that I don't know why somebody hasn't gone like hardcore, like on a real shot at doing a faction, right?
Yeah, true.
Get an invasion angle going, get hey, we're disrespected here. We're not represented, however you want to put it, and get some of these guys on some TV because I'm telling you, it's ratings right there because you know what the fan base will do. That fan base is huge and they're rabid and they're waiting for something to grab onto, some guys to grab onto, some guys and girls. So give them something.
Yeah, it's way better than putting the belt on Jinder Mahal. You know what I mean? It's a way more inclusive way for that for people to back their guy.
Yes,
Um,
yes,
but I you're right. Those guys they're huge. I mean they can make a new collective out of some of those.
absolutely.
Or those guys Veer Mahan is coming and to Raw for like 6 months.
Yes.
He never did anything, but those guys were huge too.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Oh shit. I know what I want to talk about. Did you
Okay.
see did you see the live? Did you see Brox Boulder's live at all on Facebook?
Brox Boulder's live. I did not.
Did not.
I know where you're going, but I didn't see the live.
Okay. I meant to send you the link. I'll send you the link so you can he does like a 15-minute live on
Hmm.
Facebook. And I
Hmm.
just happened to catch it. I'll be honest with you. I am
Yes.
not a live watcher. Like I see people
Right.
doing stuff live on Facebook, and I'm always midway through, and I
Hmm.
almost never.
Right.
But I decided to click on it and check out what Brox was up to, and holy cow! Like, okay,
Yeah,
let me
this one
back
caught
up.
me, man.
Me too. um, middle of December, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Brox reached out and was like, "Hey, man, we'd love to have you guys at FTC Art of Grappling show soon. Here's the next few dates: one in December, one in January, one in February." And I was just about to get back to him because the February date is coming up, and that's also my daughter's birthday weekend. So I was going to let him know, "Hey,
Mm-hmm.
we're not going to be able to make any of those three, but keep the dates coming because we will come out." And then he goes live the other day and announces that he has been ousted. He's departed FTC Art of Grappling School. All I know at this
Mm-hmm.
point is there are new owners in place, and Brox is out. There are others I understand who are with Brox, departing FTC Art of Grappling. I don't want to speak. I'm trying to speak carefully right now because I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Right.
And I
Oh,
also,
exactly. No, no,
and
no.
I, yeah, and I also want to let Brox tell his story. That's our big news. I reached out to Brox
Yep.
after the live, and was just like, "Hey, man, whatever if you guys need anything, let me know. Let me know what we can do or whatever." And he was like, "I'll come on if you want." I said, "Yep, let's let's do it." So we're gonna have Brox Boulder on next week to find out more about this situation. I do know, I believe Bobby Blaze is out at FTC AOG as well. Um, I don't know if that was how they were handled. I don't know who left under what terms. I think Bobby is with him. Um, and but the cool thing that comes out of all of this, the salacious part is him getting, him departing FTC AOG. But the cool part is that during the live, he's wearing a show that says Aftermath in big gold, big bright capital letters. Apparently, Brox has decided to start his own school. He's taking some of these folks with him. He's going to do his thing his way, and he's calling it Aftermath. Dude, I'm so excited for him.
Hey, we're down for sure.
Yeah. I'm also very interested to hear what went down. I don't know how much he'll be able to tell us or want to tell us, but Brox is one of the first guys to ever come on this show. He's been a great friend of the show. He hooked us up with Bobby Blaze to come on the show as well. We met Lifeguard Ross, Titan Troy. All those
Yep.
guys are fantastic, and it was really nice of Brox to hook us up with those people and connect us to those folks. So he's always had a sweet. We've always had a sweet spot in our heart for him and
Yep.
Bobby and FTC. And I don't know anything about this new ownership at FTC AOG. I'll let that play out on its own. But what I do know is that we support Brox and Bobby Blaze, and I'm looking forward to having him on to talk about all this stuff.
Yeah, man. We look forward to giving him a venue to vent, to talk, to just get out whatever he wants to get out, man. Like you said, friend of the show, one of the guys that really supported us at the beginning. Yeah, man. We're here for Brox, man. Whatever he needs and we can provide, all he's got to do is ask. We're here.
Absolutely. Um, what else? What else? Oh, I shit. Okay, this is your moment, John. I might as well get up. I might as well get up and take a pee break right now because John is the expert on what I have just found out about in the last few days. Soft
I don't know if it's a
ground
expert,
wrestling.
but I know it's definitely something I've definitely gotten into, man. Well, welcome to Instagram. John got on some social media and look what I found. What? So it's soft ground wrestling, man. It's a SGW. It's a promotion that is out of Uganda. This is kind of a school that was started by a gentleman by the name of Daniel Bumba uh, in 2023. Kind of, an underserved community. He wanted to set something up for some kids, to keep them off the street, give them something to do, give them an avenue for some creative expression. Um, it's very unique. Soft ground wrestling is exactly what it sounds like. They kind of prepare kind of a mud pit. The thought is that, the mud is softer than soft ground. But these guys are putting on some really unique, fun matches, man. It's very you and I grew up in the era of backyard wrestling, right? It's
Yep.
very backyard wrestling. But some of the names that they are starting to attract and get attention from is really big. I mean, you've had some guys, some former WWE talent that has shown up for matches and M&M, the male models, was that Mansoor and Mace?
Mm-hmm.
You've gotten some guys by the name of Will Ospreay and Jordan Grace that have donated to the school, and you've got one Cody Rhodes that has purchased them a ring.
Really?
These guys are really kind of becoming an internet darling. Um, and when you watch this stuff, Bob, it really does harken back to the 90s for me and just all the proliferation of the backyard wrestling that was going on. And the thing that stands out is some of these athletes are just the raw talent is there, man. You've seen some of the videos. I've sent some to you. It's entertaining as all get out. Um, you know, at least the earlier matches, with the ground all kind of tilled up or dug up and the bamboo posts and the hemp nylon ropes. And these guys and girls, it's a guys and girls, and it's intergender wrestling. It is. I mean, everything that's going on in the world is going on here at SGW. Um, Man, it is really something to see. Hopefully, we can throw up some of their socials. Can link some people and where you can find them. They're on YouTube, they're on Instagram. Obviously, that's where I found them. But yeah, they are really really good. Really really kind of gives you the feels of the grassroots efforts again,
Mm-hmm.
right? It is so old school and so down to earth. And this is the essence of what we love about indie wrestling. And you kind of feel like I feel like I'm kind of in on something as it's starting. And so, man, anybody that really wants to feel like you're really supporting something new, so supporting something unique, give them a look, man, and just see what you think. If you love wrestling, there's nothing not to love with SGW. Um, so go out there and check it out, man.
Yeah, I saw the Mansoor Mace thing that you sent me, and I just
Hmm.
I just was just blown away at how fun the whole thing is. Um,
Exactly.
and I'm gonna try to put this. I'm gonna try to explain this because I can't. I want to call it cinematic, but it's not. There's something dramatic about it. There's something like TV-ish about the way like Mansoor, like it's like, oh, and who has appeared? It's Mansoor and Mace, and they're like, oh, we are here to do the like.
Yep.
It's like there's a very like
They're-
I don't want to say it's Lucha Underground, but there's a way that Lucha Underground sort of conveyed things in that way too, where it was like there
It,
was acting going on, and you know what I mean. There's
I
a
know exactly what
presentation.
you're talking about. You kind of get you remember the Three Amigos? You remember that back in the day,
Yes.
Bob? Dun, 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 dun. That's here we are to save the day. It's just it is so
Pops.
over the top, and it is just so refreshing. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yes.
Refreshing, right? There's no pretenses to it. There's no egos, and there's no and who knows what it evolves into? We don't know. Um, but the fact that it's something that's out there for an underserved community, to really get into and make this accessible. You don't have to have this is showing you don't have to have all this stuff. You just have to have a love for the art form, and you can find a way. Um, like I said, it is just absolutely great, and I just wish and hope great things for them. And I want anybody and everybody that's listening. I mean, just give it a look, man. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing. But I kind of got a feeling if you're listening to us, pretty good chance that it's something that's gonna excite something in you, and you're gonna want to throw some support behind it.
Yeah, and look, I went on Instagram. They got like 650,000 followers already. So
Yes,
it's
yes.
it's I mean, clearly it's going, I mean, people are seeing it and it's there's a reason for it. It's perfectly made for this content creation period that we're in. It's perfectly made for
Mm.
TikTok digestion, Instagram, Facebook Reels. It's perfectly made for that, and more people are consuming their wrestling that way, which is
Hmm.
just wild to me. I saw somebody say something about the way people consume wrestling. Nobody's really tied to networks anymore, and people are. I saw some of the younger generation. They say, of course, I'm old, so everybody's younger to me, but they're consuming all of their wrestling that way. Like instead of watching SmackDown, even on demand on streaming, they're just watching the TikToks that's coming across. They're getting all of it, and I didn't think we'd ever get to that point where people were just cutting out the program and going right to the highlights. But I guess we're there.
That we're there, and it's funny, man. That kind of segues into something else you and I wanted to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with CSN and OVW. OVW kind of making this deal with Creator Sports Network. You and I had wanted to talk about this a week or so ago. And I told you I wasn't quite ready coming back from the new year. I obviously you and I know a lot about OVW. I didn't know much about CSN, this Creator Sports Network and what they're trying to do. Um, and diving into it, I don't know the viability long term of what they're trying to create, but what they're trying to achieve and how they're trying to go about distributing content, specifically sports content, is unique, and it's specifically what we just talked about, where it's creator driven, and it gives smaller promotions, smaller markets, smaller um, teams, leagues, anything. Really a way to reach the masses without having to have a network or a streaming partner. You're basically selling rights to your content. Create a Sports Network is then taking that, and they've got a roster of content creators that are then distributing the content.
Mm-hmm.
If you and I are watching OVW, we find a content creator that we particularly care for, and we watch their stream of it's not unlike my kids, and I only know it through my kids, like Twitch. These kids love to watch they're these creators play these games,
Mm-hmm.
or I mean, it's not unlike what you and I are doing when we do a watch along.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you and I would be watching OVW and giving our own commentary. Well, now guess what? OVW doesn't have to carry the overhead of a commentary team. They don't have to carry the overhead of a production team. Um, and there can be a revenue split. Now, granted, it's not the money that you're going to get from a big deal, right? A big streaming deal or a big network deal. But guess what? You are reaching, some of these content creators that I was looking at on the CSN network. Some of these creators are 2.5 million subscribers. 800,000, 1.5 million. That's an awful lot of eyeballs on your product, and reaching a demographic that OVW was not able to reach given their limited market reach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I I don't think it's I want to say I don't think it's a long shot, Hail Mary throw by OVW to go this way. I think it's more of a calculated um risk, right? It's a we're going to go for a nice, healthy double. We're not going to go for the home run. Um, and guess what? You can win a lot of games hitting a lot of doubles, and you can make a lot of money, 10, 15, $20 at a time over 2.5 million people versus, that million and a half you may make with a streaming partner.
Right.
And we can see, and OVW's been hit with that fickle streaming partner before, right? So you know as well as I do, those streaming things, you don't get the eyeballs, you're down. Well, you don't have that when you're splitting the revenue, with the content creator. They've got just as much skin in the game as you do. I I I think this is a interesting test case is what this is going to be. OVW, listen, you and I love OVW. I hope this works out well for them. I really do. But if it doesn't, I think this is the next person coming behind OVW, is going to tweak and figure. And I think this is where things are going. I really do. This is how these younger fans are consuming, right? And that's really what it comes down to. You and I are not the majority anymore. Right now, you and I are in the demographic that pushes a lot of the choices because right now we're we have the deep pockets right now as far as your demographics. You and I have the disposable income. Our kids are now grown or almost grown. We're the advertising dollars they want to come to, but we're shrinking fast, and the generations behind us are growing, and you don't reach them through CBS. You don't reach them through the big networks, and you're really not even reaching them now through the apps, right? The Netflix, the Hulus. That's the generation behind us, but those guys are already being phased out, right?
Right.
You know, the ones behind them are the ones that's the Twitch, that's the YouTube. That everything is a quick consumable, almost a tailor-made to an individual bite-sized chunk of information. And that's what OVW is hoping to capitalize on. And
Yeah.
I am extremely interested to see if it can work for them. I think this is a great a great test of what's to come for not just indie wrestling. I just think wrestling in general. This is one of those that if it were, as well as I do, Bob, if it works at the indie level, things with wrestling filter up. They don't filter down, right?
Correct. Yep.
So, if it works at the indie level, it'll proliferate, man. And everybody will be doing it, and it'll become more and more streamlined until it becomes necessary for the next wave of innovation.
Yeah. It's interesting. I have a little bit different take on it. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you on a lot of it. But so when I first put this story up on the notes to talk about on the show a couple weeks ago, you and I had a discussion where we were like, okay, this is probably another sign maybe that OVW is still not doing great. The wrestlers
Mm-hmm.
show on Netflix didn't help them take it to the next level like they wanted to. The ownership group behind getting them in that show in the first place is now out for the most part. And so it just felt like, okay, that was a bad, it wasn't a great fit. And we're moving on with new guys,
Mm-hmm.
but OVW might be in a transition phase right now or be, whatever. And originally, I think we both thought this might be a sign that was just another thing. Like, okay, now now they've gone from Triller to this creator sports network, and oh Christ, what is happening? But then I started looking
Mm-hmm.
into CSN,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not going to let people behind the scenes too much here, but am I wrong to say that the stuff that they're doing involves stuff you and I have batted back and forth before we even knew about them, right? I mean,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
we've
absolutely.
talked about aspects of certain levels of these things. You're my
Mm-hmm.
business guy, so we've talked about a lot of that, but getting people getting content creators to stream and watch your show. So the one thing I found interesting was when I listened to an interview with the guy who started it, and he was saying, essentially it's like eventually he sees all the rights to sports and wrestling now included and other things, MMA being fractured, not fractured, but spread across so that there's not only but broadcast rights, but then streaming rights and then content creator rights, where these content creators can then go on and they can watch and do commentary like all these watch alongs we've been seeing on Twitch for 10 years. But now they can actually stream the content without getting banned, the copyright written content, because they have rights to it. And it allows, what the guy said was, it allows you, maybe you don't like CBS, that CBS is not on. I mean, NFL is not on there, but maybe you don't like CBS's commentary team for the Dolphins and Bills game. So instead you go over to, Joe Schmo XL content creator on YouTube and watch the show with him doing commentary. And then maybe there's eventually, like he was saying, that maybe there's 1,000 content creators with all having rights to this show, watching it, and everybody's got their own little individual voice that they go to watch a game, and hoping that eventually that would proliferate across, like you said, across everything, filter up, so that there's thousands of rights packages to all these creators in every aspect of sports, so people can, micro choose all of these things to their taste. I'm really interested in this idea. I mean, like you said, it's low risk for these people, but it's a huge upside if it works.
And it is, but it's not without its risks, man.
No,
I mean,
100%.
What the biggest thing you got to worry about is losing control of your brand, right?
Yeah.
You can't control content creators like you can, like a network is. There's not one individual. If I don't know, if you get a commentary or you get one of these creators that doesn't have the same view of the product, right? They view wrestling as it's a funny thing, right? They don't. It can cheapen the brand. It can really kind of damage what's trying to be done if their spin on it is to make fun of the product, right? You can't control that.
Right.
So we're really in the beginning stages of this where it's really going to be have to be very hands-on with who you're bringing in to give these rights to, because you just, it's so quickly can spin out of control, and you can lose the just the narrative of what you're trying to put out there. Um, the other thing you got to worry about is with this revenue strategy is inconsistency on those revenues, on those paybacks. There's not a big check coming. There's not a set number of checks. It's going to be dependent upon views. You may have a viral match that goes through and you can see your numbers go up and you're going to get some money in. You can have a match that falls flat and but your money's going to dip in real time. So it's going to make it hard for these companies to plan accordingly. So there's a lot of pros and cons to it. It's definitely going to be, we're in the Wild West stages of it.
I love Wild West.
And like I said, that absolutely. And you and I have said before, that's when a lot of really good innovation comes.
It all happens.
It's also when a lot of
mistakes are made.
Really shitty stuff.
The .com bubble.
Right. And so, OVW is going to be this test case, right? They're going to be the first, I wouldn't say OVW, is a major player, but OVW is a big name. They've been around for a long time. There's a lot of mystique on that OVW brand. So they are really going to carry some weight into this just on name recognition. And that's absolutely what CSN is banking on as well. It's just going to be interesting moving forward to see how CSN and their group of content creators can take this and scale it now.
Yeah.
And can they scale it in a way and quickly enough to make it profitable for OVW, because we know OVW is having financial issues.
Yep.
Only time's going to tell. But it is an extremely, extremely interesting format to move into, and it's one that is going to bring a lot of younger viewers to the product. Um, and I am so happy that these younger, fans, if this is how they're brought into it, that it's on or with a promotion on the level of OVW, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get them in with us, man. Start them at this indie level. I'm glad this isn't starting at the AEW, even the ROH and higher level, right?
Right.
The TNAs, let them do their thing that they're doing. Let's do this grassroots, right? Hey, man, content create, send CSN over to SGW, man.
Yeah. Right.
Get some soft ground on there, because soft ground's got it figured out. But it almost feels like right now this is kind of the level of promotion and kind of the content, the viral moments, viral matches, spots in matches that this kind of thing was created for, and is consumable to today's, tweens, teens, early 20s viewers that they're looking to get a hold of.
Yeah. It is, and then these content creators are like a brand of their own, and they carry fans who will go with them to do whatever they want, and I think that's a big deal. I messaged my daughter earlier, my 19-year-old, and asked her. I said, "You're in college." I said, "Do folks consume sports that way?" And she said, "My guy friends do 100%." So
Hmm.
I I'm like I said, I don't. I'm going to go back to a couple of things you just said. I mean, you mentioned the um, not being able to control the brand. I think right now you've got a bunch of people pirating and talking about the brand in a different way with their own
Hmm.
spins on it anyway. And so why not?
Hmm.
I mean, if you want to create a channel to goof on OVW, it's bringing eyes to OVW. And if you're there's a group of guys who goof on it. Then there's another content creator who like turns it into anime, or there's another content creator like, oh, whatever these ideas are. I'm terrible with that, but all these different voices, I it seems
Right.
to me the way the music industry changed 15 years ago. We started seeing these people 10 years ago. We started seeing these people on
Hmm.
TikTok.
Exactly.
And people would say if you don't have a big label, you have no control over these people and there's no way to control these brands. And I think they've turned out great. I think we've gotten a lot of really
Hmm.
great business folks out of this. There've been a lot of crash and burns, but
Oh,
people can go on
absolutely.
TikTok and give their music away for free until people buy it. And it's given them the ability to go directly to the consumer. Like I said, I really do. I'm really high on this idea. I don't know if Creator Sports Network is ultimately going to be the one to make it a thing. Um, WWE may watch this happen, and when the model starts to make sense, swoop in and improve it and turn it into their own, or someone else bigger, like you said, or maybe Creator Sports Network
Hmm.
partners with somebody else, and they get a big, maybe they get a big contract with, like, I don't know, let's say the NHL. Maybe they get rights to
Right.
10 NHL games a year with their content creators. All of a sudden, their buzz
Hmm.
pops up, and the model, like you said, they can scale it if they're
Right.
ready. Those things would make
Well,
sense. And I think this idea is going to be where it's going. I think this idea of content creators being part
well,
of the broadcast team is not going to go away.
and what this frees OVW up to do, Bob, and this is back to the business kind of things, is
People have already turned
OVW
off.
can now, right, but this is now it's just you and I.
Yeah,
We
it's
know
you and me,
that.
right? Yeah.
But now this gives OVW the chance to do what OVW does, right? They can focus on producing great wrestling shows. That's all they got to do,
That's
right?
it.
They don't have to scale themselves into a media company, with production and commentary and all that stuff, because that's all taken care of on the content creator side, right? All they have to do is provide the content, and that is just putting on great matches and doing what they do best.
Right.
Let the the media company, the CSN, let them do what they do, what they're built to provide people. You just need to provide great content, provide great wrestling, and CSN and their content creators are going to bring the rest, right?
Yeah.
They're bringing the audience, the community, the commentary, the community. They're bringing all of that. That's what they're bringing to the table. You bring the wrestling, and let's see how this works. If it works, it could be really really special and really really fun. Just like you said, you worry about losing control of your brand. I don't think there are many brands that have control of their brands anymore,
Nope,
Bob.
not
It's an
anymore.
illusion, right?
Agreed.
And just like you said, and just like somebody would have told us, back in the day, it wouldn't have been necessarily about the content creator, but you don't like this show, you don't like the slant that they have or their political view or the political slant that they give to this show. Guess what you can do? You have the ultimate, tool as the person watching the TV, right? You and I could go turn the channel. It's no different, right? I love OVW. I don't like the way Bob, the content creator, talks, but I like the way John, the content creator, talks. I love the product regardless. I just want to find my slant to it. There's going to be people that want somebody making fun of the content. There's going to be somebody that makes it overly dramatic. There's going to want to be somebody that calls it right down the middle and gives you the behind the scenes, the peek right behind the curtain. There's going to be the ones that want it, give me all the kayfabe.
Yep.
It's go find what you want. It is everything individualized, right? That's just the way of our world now. Everything is specific to everybody. Each person can have it tailor made to them. No matter what you like, you can go out there and find it. And so I'm excited to see how this turns out, man. I really am.
I am too. I'm very hopeful for the idea. But listen, I like the idea and I'm hopeful for OVW, but I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, John. This has got my head buzzing. I don't know about any of the rest of them, but my wheels are just absolutely spinning finding out about this today. And we could probably talk about this for hours, and I'm not going to do that to everybody because we're going to get Tully in here in a second. But yeah, I just, like you said, you know that, we like to talk business stuff on here, and I like to talk about, this is just unique and new, and my brain is just going off on all the possibilities for, streams. It was like you said a minute ago, if you don't like this, you can change the channel. But when we were kids, you changed the channel to a different program. Now you're talking about changing the channel to different commentary. Oh, I got 65 channels all playing the Bengals and the Dolphins, but I want 2, 3, 4 channels. 63 is the guy who, it's just the possibilities are endless if it takes off. And I hope it does. I'm interested. I hope this is one of the ones that catches on.
Yep, I'm with you.
All right. Well, I know Tully's waiting on us. So let's, hold on one second. Let me pause this real quick and we will talk to him and then get him on here in 1 second. All right. Well, we're here. We've been here with Tully Bertorelli for a minute before we hit record, and we had to wait for a minute where we stopped laughing. We got to get some of these stories on the air. Tully Bertorelli, welcome back to the show, man. Good to see you.
Thank you very much. I am part of the, what is it, top indie. You guys did the 100 list. I'm like 101.
That's it. That's absolutely.
Like, I'm looking down the list. I'm like thinking to myself, okay, we got Samson. Oh, yeah. And then I'm like, where the fuck am I? I've been on this show enough that I think I get some clout. God damn it. I know I only wrestle like every other fucking month, but still.
Oh my God, man! You have no idea how many serious, legitimate messages like that I actually got.
Oh, I bet, dude. I had to throw it on the air as a joke. I'm very.
Oh, of course, it's funny because you hit right on it, though. You hit right on it. So,
excuse me, sir. Like, why am I not in this feature? I fought Ben Bishop.
Like, dude. Okay, man. Cool. Nothing against Ben Bishop, by the way. Big Trouble Ben Bishop is hilarious. Also, Jack Vaughn, hilarious dudes. But like, perfect example of like people are like, why am I not on the list?
Right. 100%, man. 100%. Yeah. No, totally, man. It was a lot of fun to do that, and I'm gonna be expanding it and doing different stuff this year. But I want to highlight some managers next, so that's gonna be my my next thing. I want to get the manager some cred. But you know what? There's not that many like full-time managers in indie wrestling.
Yeah, my question, there's not a lot of full-time managers. And my question is, what makes a good manager?
Yeah. I don't know if this is going to be a list. This is going to be more of a collection of names, maybe like a feature with like, because I don't know how you rank a manager.
Like the chicken shit, you have that one.
Right.
You have the agent who's like your Paul Heyman.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like everyone's like generic thing to do is when they become a manager is get like a funny coat off of Etsy or Amazon. And I'm not trying to shit on my friends in any shape or form, but I feel like that's like the go-to of like the evil manager. Like, oh, I'm a manager. I'm going to wear this like sequins jacket, or I'm going to wear this like comic book print thing. Right. You know?
Yeah.
So,
it's true. Know. There's some of those arise to the top.
DMs from all these managers that managed me in the past. Like, fuck you, dude. You're on your own, man. I'm sorry, my manager's the benefactor, okay? Who's a judge.
Yep, and he is on
much
the list.
Better, man.
John, he's on the list already. So what's up with the collective, man? We didn't I don't think we saw you at the last event unless you were under one of those hoods.
No comment. No comment. Tully had to take care of his own hands. I was not at the last UPW show.
Yeah. Well, we were just talking about how they can, but you could say anybody under those hoods. They could just bring out people in hoods. It could be all of you.
I do appreciate though I did listen to your guys' top storylines.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You did a huge shout out to us. And that, in my opinion, is bigger than being on that list for being called out of being just a great storyline and everything like that. Because you it's hard to find it in indie wrestling with with storylines like that, because like it's the attention span, like how much people can really stay focused with wrestling. But like you guys are probably one of the few that can actually like understand the storyline of what the collective is getting at. And I'm not spoiling anything for this year coming up. But you just have to watch and see. That's all I'm saying. Our actions speak louder than words. I can say that we will be the most dominant. We are already the most dominant faction in UPW. No one can take us. We have the world heavyweight champion, Samson, the man with the biggest hands in Iron Mountain, for crying out loud.
Yep.
You know, we have Madman Fulton, who just got done wrestling in China, for crying out loud. And then you've got like Big Khan. And then you have guys like Parker Boudreaux, who's going up against the great Khali in India, in his neck of the woods. You know? And then you have I will take, spoiler, the American Championship from Nerd Rage, Melvin Hayes.
Now we're Nerd Rage fans on the show, you know, so this is a tough call for us.
You're Nerd Rage fan.
You make it tough on us, Tully.
Oh, it's fine. I'm just calling out the truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God.
So what is the counter to the Nerd Rage when he rages up? How do you defeat him? I've never seen him be beat after he rages up.
The Incredible Hulk comes out, motherfucker.
Oh shit!
Like, come on, man. He can nerd rage all he wants. I can talk the fuck up on fucking 11 notches, okay?
You heard it here, Bob.
Yeah. I can't wait to get a letter in the mail like in freaking Demolition Man with all the swearing I'm doing. I think I'm on 5 now. Thank you, John.
You're good. You can be wide open on here, man. We don't care. But yeah, so the Samson thing. I was telling John, I got to imagine all of those times that you were on our show and you looked like Mr. Burns from The Simpsons going, hey, 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 hey. You knew this was coming all along.
I wasn't looking that skinny, okay? Okay. Mr. Burns, okay, I get that, haha. I was just waiting for you guys to get just to be shocked. I can't give you all the cookies in the cookie jar. Come on, think about it.
No, I'll tell you what, it definitely blew our minds, man. Absolutely.
Yeah.
listen, nobody saw that coming, and you know, just the collection of talent is ridiculous. I've not seen anything like it on the Indies before. It is. I don't know how you stop it. I don't think you can stop it, Bob.
Yeah. And if they
No.
try, they will fail.
That's right.
Because to be part of the collective, you have to be over 6'2". Okay? You have to move cement trucks and bend T-bone plates. And I don't think anyone in that roster right now can bend a T-bone plate like Samson and I. And you can ask that with Nerd Rage because he can't nerd rage a T-bone plate. Okay?
Yeah, look, it's a murderer's row of just giant dudes, man. This is a crazy collection of folks, and you guys are insane. I think Romeo Valentino might be dead after what Samson did to him. Like they just rolling through everybody at UPW.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Yeah, he opened up his mouth, and you all saw what happened.
Everybody saw what happened.
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
Samson took him to school, straight up.
Yeah. So you guys got this show on Saturday.
Yep, Jersey Sports Bar and Grill at Champion, Michigan, which I think is the best town name ever. I think I have ever wrestled in my whole career. Champion, Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been, but I know it's up in the UP. So
nice.
So
is it as beautiful up there as they say?
Upper Peninsula is beautiful, man.
Is it?
I have said before, and I will say this off the record. When I retire from whatever I do, what I do in life with performing, and you guys know my shoot job, I will probably love to move up there because it's so quiet.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
There's nothing quite like the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. So I have a very soft spot for the Upers, even though they hate me. You know?
Oh, that's all right. My
even
daughter...
though they call me Teletubbies.
Oh,
you know?
Jeez.
Yeah. I'm calling those Supers out. If I hear any of those, Paul Cup is going to get out of the ring and then definitely look at the fans a different way.
Right. You know what I think works is if you get in the ring and you make sure you get on the mic and tell them, do not chant Tully Tubbies. Do not chant.
They just shout it louder, man. Have they seen what I did to BJ Allen? Up in Escanaba when I slapped the hell out of him? That's on my TikTok. You should look that up.
I will.
Yeah. What did Five Finger say to the face?
Slap.
My God, man. Samson is fighting Marche Rocket. That's pretty cool to bring him in. I'm sure you've been around in Chicago and seen him around other places.
Oh yeah. Marsh, that match, in my opinion, is going to be the match of the night.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And the thing is, if you look at as athletic Marche is, it's two giants in the ring. Mm-hmm. Marche's a big boy. 6'4". I think he's 270 now.
Ooh. Yeah.
So it's an equal matchup, you know?
It really is. Yeah, Samson dwarfs most people.
Yeah, he definitely does. But I think this is going to be very much a equal matchup, you know?
Yeah. So, what else you've been, what other wrestling stuff you've been up to?
You know, I recently have been, the last couple of months, I've been with NWA Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So that's been nice. And I've been very fortunate and blessed to be wrestling for that company. That was really fun. I had a title bout against at Backbreaker Wrestling for their heavyweight championship against Spike Dick Davis. Spoiler, I did not capture the title, but we had a really good fought match. So that was really nice. So yeah. Nothing really been going on, man. As I said before, like I've not been wrestling every weekend.
Right.
Like I did like last year.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like last year I was like in Vegas. I mean, like did I talk about Vegas last time I was on there? I think I did, right?
Maybe, yeah, probably because we had you on around. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I wrestled in Vegas. for Future Stars of Wrestling. I debuted at their student show for Future Shock, but not really much wrestling. I had a lot of auditions in the TV world, but nothing came out of it. But like I had a callback for one, but yeah, just been working on my art. I've been working on my music, and yeah, just getting ready for 2026, which I can't believe we are in 2026.
Unbelievable.
We are past the mid mark of the 2020s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You
someone
know?
said we're closer to 2050 now than we are 2000. So that's wild.
It is
But-
completely wild.
But you mentioned the music. I was on your YouTube page earlier. There's a bunch of new songs on there.
Yeah.
And I was getting into hold on, RoboSoul.
RoboSoul's fun, yeah.
Yeah, I like RoboSoul.
So my bandmate and I are the album's not out yet. I think our new album is called Public Figure. Don't quote me. I'll definitely get back to you guys on it. But I believe it's called Public Figure, and it'll be out later this year.
Okay.
But it's an instrumental album, so no lyrics, just more instrumental and stuff like that. So,
right.
I mean, how would you describe my music? As I tell people, just avant-garde, different. I don't think a lot of people have heard. I mean, people will probably pinpoint they can definitely tell the influences of the '80s and new wave and stuff like that. But I think it's just a very different. If you like electronic music, I just always check it out. You know, just look up my music on YouTube at Tully Bertorelli. You know.
Yeah, it's funny.
Nice.
I used to, back in my younger days, I used to DJ a little trance, and I was thinking when I was listening to those songs earlier, I was like, I could put a harder beat behind this and then mix it into other things and like play with it. I was starting to think about playing with it.
Yeah.
Because it's a very like it's got a little side trance sort of. Some of it's got a little side trance sort of sound to it, and it's So I don't know. I was getting into it, and the other one, the morning mood or whatever. It's hold on, morning thoughts.
Yeah.
I hope you don't take this the wrong way. I hope this is a compliment, but I could meditate to that song all day long.
No, that's a compliment, man. I don't mind it, man. It's good to hear, you know.
Yeah.
And then also, I think some of the videos has some of my artwork in it that people can see too. So
Very nice.
yeah, I actually this last year I did more artwork than I've done in a while, and so that's just been relaxing, just getting back into those kind of things and everything like that. And hopefully, have some art shows locally in Chicago. You know,
wow.
Very cool.
Yeah. I mean, I could probably show you an example real quick. I know on the air you can't see it, but I'll show you guys.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
oh, cool.
Yeah,
those are awesome.
Stuff like that.
Have you done art shows before with your stuff?
Man, I had long time ago. My friends had a graffiti show, and I had a load of work on display there. But nothing. I mean, I did sell some of my artwork at UPW actually when I first started wrestling there. I had some artwork on display.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Where is the artwork? Is it on your website where they can see it? People can see it?
I haven't published anything on my page yet with the artwork yet, but eventually I will. Mm-hmm. I sometimes make it my stories.
Mm-hmm.
So if people follow me on Instagram at Tully Bertorelli, they'll see some artwork pop up like that. The thing I just worry about keeping it published is someone can just screen grab it and just make it their own.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because I found that out through my friends who are professional artists that's been going on. So
yeah, it's sad, but it's true. I mean, most of the shit on the internet now is stolen. It's tough to deal with sometimes, honestly. You know, it's discouraging, but you just keep plugging along and, like you said, protect yourself like you are.
Yeah.
You watching any wrestling these days? Anything in particular has got your eye?
I think it's shocking that Drew McIntyre beat Cody.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that was pretty huge for all of us because I didn't see that really coming. But at the same time, Drew was on a big losing streak. So I feel like if he lost that, it would definitely make him not credible. It's good to see Matt Cardona back.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. I was really let down with the Stranger Things Raw episode. I thought something bigger would happen at like Stranger Things Raw episode, like having Delightful Derek say like suck my fat one to like the Judgment Day would have been great. But yeah, it was just weird with that. Walter retiring Cena, that was pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Now a world without John Cena is going to be very interesting. You know, I'm calling it now. I believe. I think LA Knight will win the Rumble.
Okay, I'd be here for that.
Even though he's not advertised, I think he's going to win. He's going to be a surprise entrant and win the Royal Rumble.
I am down for that, man.
I don't see anyone else. Yeah, either LA Knight or Cardona.
Oh, that would be,
you know,
awesome. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, Bob knows how I feel about that one.
Yeah, you want Cardona? You want Cardona or no?
I got a thing with LA Knight. You know,
yeah,
him and I have heat.
Really?
It's actually his hometown.
I do. He's never heard of me in his life. But
call him out. What's up?
I'm telling you.
Sure. What's the heat with LA Knight? Is it just because
he's got obviously LA Knight, right? But yeah. his actual hometown is not real far from Bob and I, and it's a known town where we're at. We call it the old Hagerstown heat.
Oh shit! Okay.
We're a couple of we grew up. It's called PG County. A couple of PG County boys. Those are the country guys up there. We don't fool with them too much.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought
so anytime we got something good, we say, you got Hagerstown heat around here, man.
That's it.
That's hilarious. I thought you'd be like, I went to high school with LA Knight.
Oh no.
Shit.
I wish it was that cool, man.
Yeah. Oh man. What was I going to say about about the Rumble? So they were talking about it being Cody and Roman at WrestleMania, but now it looks like that maybe has changed, which I think I'm glad for.
I am too. A lot of people are saying Sami Zayn might be it because it's in Saudi Arabia.
It's in Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that might be his like last thing. But I'm just like, who's he going to take it off of? Is he going to take it off of Punk or is he going to take it off of Drew McIntyre? If it was against Drew McIntyre, I could see the David versus Goliath, but then also I could see Punk and Sami Zayn have a fucking killer match.
Oh hell yes!
Mm-hmm.
But is CM Punk going to walk into WrestleMania with the fucking belt? Is the real question,
right?
Yeah,
yeah, that's my thing. I kind of feel like you just called it. I mean, Punk's going to get his moment, right? I think they're setting up Drew to, I think it's Drew and Sammy. I think Sammy takes it and.
Yeah.
What it is, man.
Yeah, I'd be here for a Sammy.
I mean, oh, absolutely. I mean, the guy could flat out go, but.
The guy can go. It's just, and the thing about Sammy, though, is like, I know what a lot of people say is he doesn't look like your very much wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
He's very much your darling that,
right.
And everything like that. I met Sami Zayn a long time ago in Chicago when he wrestled for Resistance Pro as El Generico. And yes, he was in character. He was definitely in character. He kept on saying Ole to me.
That's great.
Spoke his 50 million languages around me. But I think it might be Sammy's year just because, like, even though I'm saying I would love it to be LA Knight or Cardona, I don't see it as Jericho. I don't think Jericho will want to win a Royal Rumble and then like have a feud with like Punk, and repeat what they did back then. So yeah, with LA Knight, Cardona, Sammy is the wild card for me just because like it's in Saudi Arabia and that's what they'll probably, more likely do. But at the same time, it's just interesting now. When I found out that Drew McIntyre won against the 3 Stages of Hell, I was very shocked. I was like, oh, wow, what does this mean for Cody? And then I'm thinking to myself, oh, wait, he's got Street Fighter coming up.
Mhm.
Yep.
So he's got to do his press conferences and stuff like that. So that's probably why they're just gearing up for that.
Right. But now that it's off of him, do you think they put it back on him? Do you think they want to put it back on him a third time, or is it too much? Give him a little break off that belt.
I think you give him a little break. That's the way I look at it. You know what? You want Homelander? You know, they've been teasing a heel turn with him for a long time too, which a lot of people want to see. But like, I think Cody Rhodes is that guy that you really don't need to have that belt anymore on him because, as they say, he finished his story.
Right.
You know, I think he'll still be in the main event picture. You know, I just think it's very interesting with like undisputed WWE Championship and like World Heavyweight Championship because, like, I mean, I feel like I'm an old man when I'm like, man, the World Heavyweight Champion was something back then, but you look at it now, it's just very secondary. And I know Punk's trying to make it more of like a main event card title, but it's just still with that undisputed name, it just takes away the whole World Heavyweight Championship, you know?
Right.
Yep.
So
yeah, I'm not a big fan of that belt. I don't know, that's just a random thought, but that I hate that WWE logo in the middle of the big gold. Like I don't know why. Maybe because I'm old school and I remember Ric Flair wearing that belt for all those years, but I just don't like that logo in the center there.
They're doing it because they want it to be, this is the WWE.
Right.
They don't want you to be like, oh, that reminded me of the big gold belt back in the day.
Right.
You know, and stuff like that. So yeah, I get what you mean by it. It's a weird looking belt. It's better than that class ring they have for the undisputed belt. I mean, the thing is this. When Cody brought back the Gold Eagle, I thought for sure they were gonna bring that back forever. And then it was just a way to sell belts.
Sell merch, man.
Yeah.
It always is.
Because that's one of my favorite belts. I also love the big eagle belt with Austin when he won the belt and had that big eagle belt.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? The blue strap and everything like that.
Yeah.
I always thought that was cool, but I don't know if they'll bring that back.
They called that belt something else, the something else eagle, didn't they? Like the
I don't remember.
I forget what it was called too, but I know it was called something different. It wasn't called the Eagle.
Right.
Watch the fans are like, it's called something different.
Yeah.
They're gonna DM.
Don't worry, somebody will let us know.
Someone's gonna send 500 messages to you guys and just send me the screenshot.
I'd just direct all that stuff to Bob.
You think he's kidding?
I know.
Yeah, go figure, Tully. I don't get it on the MySpace page. I don't, it's just not there.
The Friendster page.
Yeah, my Friendster page just doesn't get any of that stuff.
Top 8.
The Big Eagle.
Big Eagle. There we go.
Yep. Yeah, that belt's nice. There's a post on Facebook about it. An anniversary post. That's
also is if you look at it too with Mania, like, okay, so let's look at it. We got Punk, who's probably more likely going to face the runner-up.
Right.
Because I feel like whoever wins the Rumble is going to fight Drew.
Okay.
You know, what are the other matches on the card then? Is Rock coming back to fight Roman Reigns? I mean, that's something Saudi Arabia will probably want to see.
Right. Oh, yeah. That's the kind of thing they would.
You know?
I heard rumors today about Gunther and AJ Styles running it back after last night. So I mean, it's a weird clash of styles, but I would love to see it.
I love to see it too, but like, I feel like, isn't he retiring? Like, is he retiring after Mania?
I don't know. He said he's retiring this year, and people have started to jump on the idea that he might retire at Mania, but I think it's just a rumor at this point.
Yeah, I think that might be a rumor too.
Yeah.
I don't think he would want to do that.
Yeah.
I think Gunther versus Brock. I still want to see Gunther and Brock. I want to see those two meatheads wail at each other.
Oh yeah.
What was your take on Cena's and Gunther's match, by the way, guys? Were you guys disappointed with the tap?
I wasn't at all.
You know, I don't know. Yeah, I was a little disappointed. You know, it just didn't seem like the way to go. It just, you know, and I wish I could tell you how I think it should have gone. I don't really know. It didn't feel right. And you know,
Well, the thing I look at is the thing I thought was very weird was at first they gave it to Gunther. Now, keep in mind, Gunther has already had a decorated career before that. You know, world heavyweight champion, longest running IC champion. I think he's the longest.
yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, longest running IC champion. He really didn't need to have that win against Cena.
Mm-mm. You could have given that rub to some younger guys, you know. And again, I don't know. I don't know who, but
the thing is this: Gunther was younger.
Oh, absolutely.
He's, I think, my age. I think he might be 38. You can Google that. Well, I'm going to be 38 this year, but like he's around that age because I remember when everyone's like, "Oh, why didn't they just give it to LA? He's a young guy." I'm like, LA Knight's 42. But I feel like if they gave it to LA Knight, I don't know how.
38.
Yeah, I don't know how the crowd will react to if LA Knight beats Cena. So I feel like it was a way to be like, let's be safe about it and give it to Gunther. The way that he lost, I thought was very interesting because first off, like Gunther beat the shit out of him. Let's put it that way. And then that final tap was just, I feel like it was the way of saying, all right, man, I'm good. I can't handle this anymore. It wasn't like, oh, this is fake. The end.
Right.
You know, and that's the best way I explain it was that like, look, Cena couldn't give it anymore.
Right. I've had enough.
I had enough, dude.
Yep.
That's the way.
Okay.
It wasn't a tongue cheat of like this is like, oh, playtime's over. No, it's like, no, I can't do this anymore, man.
Right.
You know?
And you know, not only that, but Cena has spent, I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I have the most respect for John Cena. Like, I can't even tell you the way he carried that company and the things that he did for Make-A-Wish kids and all these other things. I mean, he's wonderful, but let's not BS here. John Cena calls things out so loud in the ring, people at ringside hear him. He barely locks in that STF. It looks like it's already on there. John Cena already kind of lets us into what he's doing already. So I thought it was kind of part of that too. Like, we're already he kind of lets us into that. He doesn't hide all those things like other guys do. And we're already kind of part of that journey. So he was just like, almost, it was like, to me, I thought he was like looking at the fourth wall, kind of breaking it. Like, all right, guys, you know, before he tapped.
Right.
But you know, either way, I didn't.
The wink and the nod, you know, I got you.
Yeah.
The old wink and the nod.
With a little more tact than the Young Bucks. You know, the Young Bucks just break down that wall, just knock it over, but a little more nuance.
Ooh, kidding.
What'd you say?
No, but yeah, we'll see what comes next. I mean, it's gonna be very interesting without WWE without Cena. But let's I'd love to switch over because I love to hear your guys' opinion. NFL.
No, this is John's area.
Oh, man. Listen, I got no dogs in the fight, man. I'm a Washington guy. I mean, I haven't had anything to cheer about for years. So, you know, last year was our anomaly.
Dolphins fan, we haven't had a championship in 50 years.
Dude, I'm just shocked with freaking Chicago, man.
Yeah. Dude, so Bob and I are closeted cheeseheads, right? Since we were little, we've kind of liked the Packers.
Always.
And I I nodded off at halftime feeling like, okay, I can nod off. I woke up and just went, what the fuck? What happened?
Yeah.
So it was, the better team won in the end, man. But it was, man, Chicago's for real.
Well, the thing I look at is this is so like I have two teams.
Right.
I'm an Oakland Raider fan. Why? Because of Jay Cutler drove me nuts in Chicago. So I gave up Chicago for a while. And this year I was like, let me give Chicago one more shot. And as I watch Chicago, I'm like, God, and you guys know I'm a football coach.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, I don't know how they get that momentum back in a fourth quarter
Yep.
when you are down 3-9, 3-17. And of course, I had to work at my job, so I'm not dealing with, the score. But then my boss comes out when I'm working front door. He's just like, dude, we won. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, we won. I'm like, okay, well, it's going to be a good night for work. But like, how the fuck did we win? How the fuck did they rack 25 points in the fourth quarter? Like, I can't explain it.
Yeah.
I mean, the only punchline I have is the Pope is on our side. So maybe he blessed the season for Chicago Bears to go to the Super Bowl just to get their asses handed to the Broncos or the Patriots, I would love to have a fucking Super Bowl rematch with Patriots and fucking Bears.
Oh yeah.
But but the real truth is I tell people all the time this. Yes, we've been winning and everything like that, but let's see how we do against the Rams, because the Rams is considered the better team in the NFL. Even though I found out today that in Chicago, the quarterback is 0-4 in Chicago.
Wow.
Okay.
So maybe we have an NFC championship amongst us, but we'll see what happens. But if we beat the Rams, I can see them win the NFC championship. Super Bowl, I'm not there yet. I'm not sold.
Yeah.
Even though they are a great team this year, I'm still skeptical if they're going to the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah. I just looked at 3.5-point dogs at home, which says a lot about the Rams, I think. So I don't know. I don't. Yeah. I don't hold it. The Bears can accomplish anything until they can, as far as I'm concerned. After last week,
because honestly, the Bears have such. It will be a Cinderella story if they go through these games, because no one saw it coming. No one saw this coming. If the Bears beat the Rams, for sure, the Eagles and Seahawks game, I think it might be the Seahawks for sure. It's going to take away from the Eagles, I think. But
that's the Niners, right?
Yeah.
Niners. Yeah.
The Niners.
I was gonna say, because that made my weekend. I've got my daughter's boyfriend. They're getting ready to have a baby here, and they're all hyped up, and he's an Eagles fan, and it's as a Washington guy. It's the only thing I don't like about this guy, right?
Yeah.
My daughter's boyfriend. The Eagles. Come on,
give him a Washington jersey next time.
Oh, trust me, my little grandson or granddaughter is going to be decked out in Washington gear every time it goes home to their house. It'll be wearing some new merch, man. But yeah, as long as the Eagles lost, made my playoffs, I'm good. No matter what happens now, I'm going to have fun.
But it's like Seahawks and 49ers, that's going to be such an interesting matchup, because the thing is this. If the 49ers beat the Seahawks, because they're like the number one seed.
You're right.
That's going to shake the football. Like the NFC, I feel like is more shooken up than what's going on in AFC. Like I already feel like it's going to be down to Patriots and Broncos for NFC championship. They are such a great team. But the NFC has just been shocking so much this year. Actually, this whole playoff bracket's been so weird.
It has.
Yeah, it's been, like you said, it's been a lot of upsets, man. And it's,
Steelers beat the Texans, for crying out loud. Rodgers is still in it, man.
Wait, no, they lost.
Yeah. Oh, they did lose. Okay.
They did. Hold on.
Okay.
Houston did everything they could to. Houston did everything, but almost all those points. How many of those points came in the fourth quarter, Bob? Almost all of them, because it was like 3-6 forever.
Yeah,
it was 3-7. It was 7-6 Steelers going into the fourth quarter, and then they scored 23 in the fourth quarter.
Right, but it was the defense bailed him out. I mean, Stroud couldn't hold on to the ball to save his life. I mean, I think he had 5 turnovers. I That was the game I was most excited to watch, and it really just fell flat, man. And
Well,
that Houston defense is really fun to watch, but if that offense can't put up more than they did, I got nothing. I don't think they have.
I thought the Panthers were going to beat the Rams.
I did too. Oh my God, that game was so much better than I expected it to be.
Yeah, and it was such a shocking game because I was just like, if the Panthers beat the Rams, this whole playoff thing is going to be completely weird. And they're like, well, about the Bears and Packers? I'm like, I don't really care about what's going on with that. Like,
right.
I'm not walking in thinking Green Bay is going to fucking bulldoze Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, we just played like shit. But I can't. If people ask me how the Bears get back and like put up 25 points in the fourth quarter, like, I'm like, I honestly don't know. I don't know how they do it. I don't know what they're doing.
Like you said earlier, it's that Pope blessing, man.
Yeah, probably the Pope blessing. Or also that almost all. The funny thing is, if we keep this up, all our games are home field advantage.
Yep.
So that plays a huge factor. The weather plays an advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So. But yeah, guys, that's all I really got to say today.
Well, hey, look, we always love having you on, man, and
absolutely, man.
Good to hear from you.
Yeah.
Like I said, and next year, 1,001 moving up.
Yep.
And Judge Jesse for manager, the top manager. No, we wish you luck on Saturday. I hope you have a good match. Do you have any other matches? Did you say you have any matches coming up besides that one?
Yeah, so I have besides the one that's this weekend against Nerd Rage where I take his belt away. Newsflash, spoiler alert, it's gonna happen. I will be wrestling for Backbreaker Wrestling at Griffith, Indiana on February 21st.
Okay.
Nice.
So yeah. If you're in the Indiana area, please check it out. So should be fun.
Very cool.
And yeah.
I'll make sure I note that on. Make sure I'm following Backbreaker on social so I can keep an eye on that.
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. I know we're going to be able to watch the. I assume we're going to be able to watch the UPW, the match from UPW this weekend because they're doing the TV episodes again. So I guess they got that figured out.
We're back on Fox UP. So
nice, awesome.
Cool. Yeah, looking forward to it. My friend.
I know a lot of people that.
Yeah. All righty, sir. Well, listen, it was great to talk to you, and always stay in touch with us, and we'll have you back on here again real soon.
Yeah, thanks for spending some time, brother. Thank you.
Peace.
Oh my God, dude. That shit was crazy. We were talking about starting that interview with Tully. It was like the beginning of a WCW episode. Like you just came in the middle because we got him on the Zoom. He started telling stories, and then at some point I just hit record. Like it was just like, all right, let's record some of these. I love that guy.
That guy can talk about anything, dude. He can make paint drying and giving you the description interesting. That guy is such a character, man. Whether he's in character or out of character, Tully is the character, and that's what we love about him.
No doubt, man. It's always good to have Tully back on the show. I'm very interested to see.
Been too long.
Yeah, and you know what? And look, like I said, I'm torn on this. I love me some Nerd Rage, but I love me some Tully. So, I know they're gonna have a good match.
Yeah.
And you and I are definitely gonna watch it.
Absolutely.
God, man. Well, we got some shows this week, John, to talk about in the Control Center. I'm excited about some of these promos, although that's really why, if you guys didn't know already, we do this entire Control Center just for the promos.
Just to listen to them.
I'm kidding, kind of. But we got 3 shows going on. We got 3 shows this weekend. And the ones I have for us are all happening on Saturday, John. We're gonna
busy day. Let's do it.
In Kansas, Salina, Kansas, at the Sky Trampoline Park in Salina. Heartland Championship Wrestling is having a show. I think they're calling it HCW Salina, but it's at the Sky Trampoline Park in Salina, Kansas. They are streaming all of their shows live on Facebook and YouTube. So you can watch for free around the country. I was on their YouTube page earlier, John. They got full matches, great production value on them, good commentary team, and it's really easy. We've been talking about for the last, earlier in the show, talking about the concept, the Creator Sports Network, and the kind of content people can consume. Heartland Championship Wrestling, their YouTube channel and their matches, perfectly consumable. There's no issues with the audio, no issues with the video. Everything makes sense. Everything's explained. It's like I said, it's little things you wouldn't think matter, but they really do. Where are we? So let's actually talk about their show. Okay, so Heartland Championship Wrestling at Sky Trampoline Park in Salina, Kansas. The ad says, get ready for an action-packed night of hard-hitting, high-flying, edge-of-your-seat professional wrestling as Heartland Championship Wrestling returns on January 17th. Witness your favorite HCW stars and rising talent collide in thrilling matchups, intense rivalries, and unforgettable moments the whole family can enjoy. From powerful slams to jaw-dropping aerial moves, this is live wrestling you don't want to miss. That's wild. The dates are on. I got caught up there. The Sky Trampoline Park, January 17th. Doors open at 5. Bell time is at 6. Where am I at? This here. Now that I said that, I had that thing up wrong. I want to make sure that that's correct.
I got you.
Yeah. I don't know why that did that. Let me go back to the, here it is. See, I'm just wasting time on here today, John.
You know.
No, this one says, yeah, doors open at 5, bell time 6, it says. Okay. Anyway, let me go back to this. So we got some great matches on the show. What else did I miss? Bring your friends, bring your signs, bring the energy, because HCW brings the fight back to the Heartland. Let's talk about some of these matches here, John. Let me put on my share screen audio so we can hear all this fun stuff. And here we go. We are starting out with a match where a triple threat match where the winner gets a shot at the Out of Luck Championship. I think their Out of Luck champion was set to defend and then could not be there this weekend, had a conflict or something of that nature. I can't tell I'm stalling. I'm trying to pull that up too. Here, yeah, T2G and Mitch Onyx. Mitch Onyx is unable to appear, I believe, this weekend. So instead of having the championship match for the Out of Luck Championship, they're having this triple threat that is essentially a number one contender match. But it says winner will compete for the championship. So maybe because the champion doesn't have a match, maybe he's getting his match right there.
So, hey, man, I mean, could be worse, right?
No, yeah, absolutely, right? It's not the worst thing. But this match looks to be a wild one. It is the folks involved in this triple threat: Arthur Royal, Aaron Helms, and the Bruiser Door Violencia. And I've got a really cool promo from him. Let's hear from the Bruiser Door Violencia.
¿Qué pasó, mi raza? Your favorite big boy Lucha here, and this Saturday in Salina, Kansas, I have a chance to become the number one contender for the Out of Luck title. But you see, I gotta go through two guys. The new guy, Arthur A. Royale. Mijo, I know you want some big matches. I know you want to make a name for yourself. But you see, in HCW, you gotta earn your spot. And let me see if you can hang with the big bully Bruiser. And don't think I forgot about you, Helms. I really don't like you. Every time I see you, I just want to punch you straight in the face. So I want to make this quick and easy, hermanos. Show up Saturday, take a couple moves, and take the 1, 2, 3. Because it's mala suerte para todo.
Wee! Kicking it off.
Big boy Lucha. Guy. I love it.
God, give me LA Park vibes, man.
Right? Absolutely.
Right? I love it. I mean, the charisma, the character. I mean, I don't know if we ever heard LA Park speak that much, but this guy has got I would come to see just to watch this dude, the Bruiser Door
Absolutely.
Violencia. That's going to be freaking fantastic.
Whew.
What else do we have on this show? We've got what I assume is going to be the main event for the Heartland Championship. The champion, Ray Leon, defending against Zakaria Creed. We also have, Chance Kerrigan is going to take on Kargar. And we've got some words here from Kargar about that match.
Chance Kerrigan, you look at me, hear what I say. Before Bright Light, before Stone House, there was only the pack. To have a brother was to have life. To hunt together was to eat. To sleep back to back was to stay warm when great cold came. But you look at your brother, the one who bled with you, the one who shared his meal with you, and you strike him from behind. You bite the hand that cleaned your wound. In my time, we have word for what you are. We call you scavenger. You wait for the strong to grow tired. Then you steal the kill. But scavengers do not lead. Scavengers, they scurry. January 17th, Saturday Night Devastation, Salina, Kansas. Me not coming to wrestle. Me coming to drag you back to the dirt. Me show you how we deal with scavengers before judges and lawyers. Keep watch. Kargar on the hunt.
Interesting. I
My
like
man
his
is
take.
intense.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I like that. I do need to correct myself. Salina, Kansas. I'm sorry, everybody. That's that one's on me. And apparently it is Saturday Night Devastation. So on their graphic it said Saturday Night Devastation. But on Facebook it just said HCW Salina. I wasn't sure. So it's Saturday Night Devastation, HCW Salina, Kansas this Saturday. We've got 2 promos down. I got one more, and this one seems to be very intense. There's a lot going on here between
Absolutely.
Mindy, formerly Mindy Grace, and Gavin Bush. I'll let Mindy talk. I keep wanting to say Mindy Grace, but they have X'd out the Grace for this match. It is just Mindy, and here she is.
No Grace. Let's go.
Very good, Gavin Bush. Quite the promo. But you're forgetting one thing. Not only did you disrespect the freaking Sunflower title, but you have disrespected the whole women's division of HCW. Now, I am doing my fair share of going through the women's division, but the fact that a man has to come in and try and show everybody that women deserve to be in the kitchen and folding laundry, yeah, right. Freaking come January 17th at the back alley in Salina, Kansas, my face will not be going in the dirt. Yours will be going into the mat and be reminded why there is no more grace.
Ooh, no more Grace.
No more Grace. So now we know.
Yeah, no, 100%, man, 100%. That's going to be a wild show. I'm really looking forward to this. I think there's going to be some really intense matches here and some really, really cool stuff going on. I'm trying to pull up there we go. Oh, sorry. And I left off one match because it went on to the next page. We've also got an 8-man elimination tag match. Kit Reaver the No Coast Yakuza and a mystery partner against the Seventh Seal. Now, I'm always here for a good 8-man Survivor Series elimination tag match.
Absolutely.
And I think I also skipped. We were the last match. Austin Reddick is going to take on Colton Kinnaman. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matches, including an 8-person elimination tag match. This is the Back Alley, Sky Trampoline Park. But at the Back Alley, Saturday the 17th. Doors open at 5:00. Get your tickets at I see you can get them on the Facebook event page. It's a square link. So if you go to the Facebook event page for Heartland Championship Wrestling, they have general admission and premium admission tickets available still. Get yours now. This is going to be a really fun show. I got 2 more shows for you here, John, on the list. Next up is the Gulf Coast Wrestling. They are having a interpromotional war here. Crusade Pro versus the GCW at the Kiln National Armory in Kiln, Mississippi. You can message either promotion on Facebook for ticket information. Tickets are $15 for front row. General admission is $10. Doors open at 6. Bell time is 7:00. We got some cool matches with some folks we definitely know on here, John, especially one that we just got done talking about last week on IWX Watch This. Tony Donato is going to be there taking on Hunter Hendricks.
Tony Donato. Nice.
Yeah. And yeah, man. And we saw that Hunter Hendricks match on NHW against Greg Xavier. And so these guys, we know these guys. They can go. This is going to be a great match. But I've got even more. An elimination tag match. Team Crusade Pro versus Team GCW. You got to have one of those, right? It's like a bragging rights war.
Yeah, it's and 2 great promotions. So let's see what we're going to get.
Yeah, 100%. We've also got a women's match. We've got Ashlyn Alexander is going to be there, and she's taking on Kimber Fox.
2 companies, 1 ring. The Gulf Coast Wrestling versus Crusade Pro. And my opponent, Ashlyn Alexander, the power rough girl. Well, Ashlyn, you may be rough and tough and rowdy, but I am sly and cunning and opportunistic, and I will not hesitate to find any little weakness or fault that you have so that I can come in and tear you apart. Because the GCW is my home and this is my homecoming. So I plan on making you understand what happens when you step into the Fox's domain. So on January 17th in Kiln, Mississippi, I really hope you're prepared to step into the den of the Fox, because I'll be ready for you.
Okay. Hey, listen, we know Ashlyn Alexander. We've seen and talked about her on this show before. I got to admit, I didn't know a lot about Kimber Fox, but I am interested to learn more. You guys can't see it on here, but go check out her promo on the Gulf Coast Wrestling's Facebook page. For those of you that don't know about her, the image, the character presentation I see in this promo, and she didn't skip a beat in that promo either, man. Like I like this.
She is very serious.
Yeah.
And a great look. That hair is
awesome.
Nice.
Absolutely awesome, man. And her and looking at her and sizing her up against Ashlyn Alexander, that's gonna be quite a match. Two strong ladies.
Agreed.
What else do we got on this show? I got so much more to go here, John. We've got a match for the Gulf Coast Wrestling Championship. The champion, Wes Warren, is going to defend against Gary J. That's a big title defense there for him. We've got a match for the Gulf Coast Digi-Strap title. Asher Andrews taking on Jace Miles. And Asher Andrews wants to tell Jace Miles exactly what to expect.
The battle lines have been drawn. And on Saturday, January 17th in Kiln, Mississippi, there will be a war. The Gulf Coast Wrestling versus Crusade Pro Wrestling. And as a part of this event, there will be a showcase match where yours truly, Asher Andrews, will be defending my Gulf Coast Digistrap Championship against none other than the all-in-one Jace Miles. Someone that has been a thorn in my side for pretty much my entire wrestling career. Someone that held this title right before I did, and someone that I didn't even have to pin to win this title from. Now, granted, I did have to pin Vladimir Koloff, and I mean, Jace Miles, Vladimir Koloff, but nonetheless, he still has that on me. So not only are we going to blow the roof off the building showing why the Gulf Coast Wrestling has the best wrestlers around, I'm going to leave Jace crumpled on the mat, feeding the chickens or touching his tip or whatever it is that he does. And I'm going to hold my championship high as the red flags go up. And I will show once and for all why I am the greatest Gulf Coast Digistrap champion of all time.
Man, another good promo, man.
Dude, that was great.
And let me tell you something else. This is, again, we talk about these little things, right? I am all about this blue backdrop that they're using for these promos. Like, I love the way, I mean, I think it's the whole screen pops. So I don't know if that's Gulf Coast thing or if that or what, but these folks doing these promos on this blue backdrop are doing it for me.
Yeah, it's a great look for sure.
It is. What else I know. Did I see 1, 2? I got that one and that one, that one. Yep, that's it. So I got one match left to talk about. One of the guys in this match we know from years and years of Chikara. The other one I've seen here in DC numerous times is he's your AWA champion, Vladimir Koloff. We got Mike Quackenbush coming in to take on Vladimir Koloff. What's up?
Dude, that is a freaking banger match right there.
Dude, Koloff just continues to level up every time I see him. Quackenbush is Quackenbush. You know that. And speaking of which, it is story time with Mike Quackenbush.
By two Bible-thumping Catholics. So the story of David versus Goliath, that's one I have heard since I was a kid. But if you skip the book waiting on the movie, here's the TLDR on this one. It's the tale of an underdog who enters the battlefield hopelessly outmatched by a true giant. And on the battlefield that will pit Crusade Pro against the Gulf Coast Wrestling, somehow I drew you, Vladimir Koloff. And I've seen what you post online. You look huge, brother. And I have enough friends working the Southern wrestling circuit, so I asked. And you know what they say about you behind your back? They say you are freakishly strong. Not just strong, but freakishly strong. And if I'm going to be plain about it, compared to you, I'm probably weak. If you're hearing that, Vlad, and that makes you think that on January 17th you're going to have the night off in Kiln, Mississippi, when you and I lock up, hang tight for the plot twist here, Comrade Koloff. It's coming in hot and fast. Here's a secret. As I traveled the entire globe these last 32 years, I trained the best, wrestled the best, and I beat the best, and I did not win a single match by overpowering my opponent. You see, we're not in a powerlifting competition. We're in a wrestling match. And when you climb in the ring, With the master of 1,000 holds, I am more than willing to put my scientific skill up against your oafish brutality 8 days a week. I have made a career out of tying people into human knots and just waiting for them to tap out. You really are the underdog going into this match, Vladimir Koloff, and you are hopelessly outmatched against a true giant of the game. When we get to Kiln, Mississippi, I'm going to be tying you into a human knot. And maybe when I'm all done and you have screamed for the sweet release of submission, maybe I'll take that mask of yours right off and show everybody there what lies underneath.
Hot, dude.
Dude.
You know,
Quackenbush has still got it, dude.
that's incredible masterclass. That was perfect. Inflection. The stories. We've been talking about. We always put over the promos on here. We think they're all great. When we were earlier in the year when we got started, we would talk about how we would watch these shows and there would be one match. Sometimes an ID match or someone else that would just sort of just show everybody that was just what the next level was. Like, you guys are great, but there is a whole different level of superior stuff going on. That's what this is. We heard 2 great promos before Quackenbush, but Quackenbush just showed you how it's done. That was impressive.
Yeah. It's just how listen to how fluid he is, right? It's just a constant. Instead of it being a promo, it's him talking. And I know that sounds stupid because it's the same thing, but you know what I'm talking about. You know, it's a guy that's just there and he's in it, or the guy that's practiced it, he's rehearsed it. It's, Quackenbush is on a different level.
Yeah. Yeah. There's pieces of that giving me old flashes of Nick Bockwinkel and the way that Bockwinkel would just sort of do that superior sort of attitude and then just talk down.
It's so funny you say that, because I'm sitting here thinking, think about what Quackenbush was saying in this, right? I have won a ton of matches. I have not overpowered anybody. Dude, if that's not an old school AWA wrestler, I don't know what is.
Exactly.
He could have fit it. Quackenbush could have fit in any area you want to put him into.
Yes. 100% agreed. Very, very. Look, guys, get out. If you're anywhere near Kiln, Mississippi, try to get out to the Kiln National Armory this weekend, this Saturday. Again, doors open at 6. Bell time is 7 o'clock for the Gulf Coast Wrestling Crusade Pro versus the GCW. Again, you can message either promotion on Facebook for ticket information in advance. All right, I got one more for you, John. These are folks that I have had on my rankings for a while. I would love to get out to see one of their shows because they are in my kids' neck of the woods in Michigan. This is Chaos Wrestling. They are having New Beginnings 2 at the American Legion in Port Huron, Michigan. This is going to be fun. The doors open at 6. There's a pre-show at 6:30. The main card starts at 7 o'clock. Front row reserve tickets, are $25. General admission, $20. Kids 12 and under, $10. The tickets are available on Eventbrite. So what do we got? Well, I mentioned the pre-show. You might know these names, John. Pre-show attraction for the Chaos Michigan Championship. Mr. 401k Mark Ross defending against Stella Buho.
Stella Buho. Are we? Yeah, that's a topic for another.
No, it's not. I'm bringing it up right now. Is this kid in NXT ripping off her gimmick or what, dude?
It sure seems that way.
Yeah, that match is super similar.
It's very similar. Eerily similar.
Another reason added to the list for us to hate the Fed. Just that list is getting longer and longer too, man. Do not screw with the good goddamn name of Stella Buho. Not around us.
Agreed. Not around us. Absolutely.
And they got that show on the pre-show, so you got to get there. Be there by 6 to make sure you are in your seat by 6:30. Because
you will not be disappointed with a Stella Buho match at all.
Not even a tiny bit. So we get into the main show, John. We've got TJ Meyer going to take on Trevor Stroud. We've got we've got Driston Creed taking on Zach Thomas. J.K. Douglas and Darling Roger are going to take on Solo and Preston Riker. For the Chaos Digital Media Championship, Alex Weir is going to defend against Tommy Vendetta. We've got a #1 contenders match for the Women's Championship, the Chaos Women's Championship. 2 names, John, we are very familiar with. One we're about to hear from right now, Ray Larson taking on Leela Hall.
I'm going to let you all know one thing, and it's I respond on my time. You see, I've been a little busy this whole week preparing for my big title match down here in Indiana. I haven't even been thinking of Ray Larson, and honestly, I don't need to, because I beat her for the millionth time now? Yeah, you know, I'm not on here to say how much better I am than her. You know what? Actually, that's exactly what I'm doing. But that's not the point, okay? The point is that Ray Larson walks around thinking she's special because she won her little pre-show match against some Heather Blue knockoff. Congratulations, Ray. That is amazing. Anyways, the last thing I'm going to say to you is on January 17th, it's my time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show up, walk out #1 contender, and show all you losers in Port Huron what true perfection is.
You love Leela Hall, man.
I love Leela Hall. I think she is going to be in the next couple of years one of the biggest names out there. Listen, that promo is good, man. Listen, she's better than when we saw her just a few months ago. That is great.
It was way better. You know what? It was giving me a little bit of old Elena Black.
Yep.
Kind of the way she got the body language, the way she carries herself. But yeah, but let me say this, okay? I know you love Leela Hall, but Ray Larson is no joke. I fuck with Ray Larson, and that is going to be one heck of a match for you folks out in Port Huron for sure. Let's see. I got that one. This one, this, and this one. Yep. So we've got Justin Main is going to take on Kenny Steele. We've got some words here from Kenny Steele about that match.
Chaos Wrestling fans, get ready to see the last of Justin Main, because January 17th in Port Huron, I'm going to bury his neck in the canvas. You don't understand, Justin, how much of a thorn you've been in my side. And so you think I need friends to beat you. No, brother, I'm smart. I know that I'm about to be the franchise of Chaos Wrestling, and I was smart enough to bring an insurance policy. But I've started to realize no matter how much gold I chase, no matter how many people I beat up, you're just going to keep getting in my way. So you know what? I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to take you out of your misery. And when I do, trust me, brother, you'll be lucky if you are able to even stand again, let alone walk through the doors of Chaos Wrestling. I'll see you soon.
Ooh, caught that little bit of that one at the end, replaying on. That Kenny Steele. Kenny Steele is serious business. He is ready for Justin Main on Saturday. That's going to be a good one. Well, I got one more for you here, John. Where did I put? Here we go. Drake Farrow is going to be in the house, taking on August Albright. We've heard from Drake Farrow on this show before. Let's hear from him again.
Yes, we have.
As he approaches this match.
Next Saturday, January 17th in Port Huron, Michigan. Yours truly, the young monarch, Drake Farrow, makes his appearance once more in Chaos Wrestling at New Beginnings 2. Now look, I had a match change. Delaney pulled out, Albright got put in. But for someone like me, who thrives in a world of chaos, that don't matter. Nah, because Albright, next Saturday, you're going to find out what a monarch looks like firsthand in that ring.
Whoa. Okay. I am here. We are ready for this. Ooh, man, Facebook wants to loop everything on me tonight, man. I'm having all sorts. This is going to be an editing nightmare, John. I hope this turns out okay. when it comes out Thursday.
Oh, I got faith, man. But woo, that is an intense gentleman right there.
It is. And like I said, we've seen him on here before. Good young wrestler, ready to make his mark. Chaos is full of folks like that. I mean, like we've talked to Philip all night, Ray Larson, Leela Hall, Alex Weir is fantastic. We've seen Tommy Vendetta. It's going to be a great show. Tickets are $20 for general admission, 25 for front row, and kids and under are $10. Again, doors open at 6, but the pre-show starts at 6:30 with that Stella Buho Mark Ross match, and you're not going to want to miss that. So be in your seat by 6:30.
No.
And the main card's going to start at 7 out at the American Legion in Port Huron. Oh, I knew I wanted to mention one other thing. So before all this goes down, John, they're having a Gregory Iron seminar. I don't know when this comes out on Thursday. It'll be 2 days until that happens. So it may be too late for folks to sign up. I don't know. But if you're interested, reach out to Chaos if you hear this and you want to be a part of that seminar. But I wanted to read on here. This says it's a conversation-based seminar with in-ring instruction if necessary, built around real experience. Gregory Iron is going to share stories and lessons from a nearly 20-year career in professional wrestling, leaving the floor open to focus on what they want to learn. Topics often include promo structure, match psychology, character development and drawing inspiration, social media branding, getting booked the right way, and knowing your value and investing in yourself. This is designed for wrestlers at any stage looking to grow beyond just moves. Payment, it just says cash. It's payments accepted cash but it just looks like it's just cash. Oh no, it's pay or PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App. Sorry, I'm old. I don't recognize all these app icons right away. But that's going to be at the American Legion before the event that night. For you performers who are interested, it is from 2 to 4, and the cost is $20. I always like it when I get to see these different seminars.
Wow.
I want to get into one of those seminars. We're not allowed. You know, it's for folks in the business, and we have made it very clear we're not.
Right.
But I'd love to sit on one of those seminars one day.
Yeah. Sooner or later, we'll make a friend.
No.
Somebody will let you sit.
No, nobody. I don't got no friends. You might have some friends. You're my own. Oh no, man. Oh shit. Well, what was I gonna say before we got off of here? Oh, next week we're doing double interview next week. Get your interview hat on, John, because we're gonna start the show.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're gonna start the show with Raging Pro Wrestling CEO Rich Buckholz is gonna try to make some sense out of this Savage Seduction situation. John's been sending me these Instagrams. He's like, "Did you see the new post? Did you see the new post?" We've been following it like crazy, man. Very, very interesting.
It is something new like every 5 minutes, man. I don't know what is going on, but man, we're worried about our buddy Rich. I'm really starting to worry.
Yeah, no. Me too. This is gonna be wild. And I actually got a message from Rich I'll share with you off the air that is very interesting about this show. But this is it. Rich is building all of this mystique. All of this show is just, I mean, this is going to change RPW. It's going to be, he's already got a new expanded schedule. Now he's running a big storyline, what looks to be an invasion angle, but who knows? Maybe the invasion's coming from within. I have no idea. We don't know any of this shit. We like it being a surprise.
That's what we love it, because we don't know shit.
Right. And the other situation we don't know shit about yet is the Brox Boulder situation at FTC. Well, Brox is coming on next week. We're getting an exclusive. I doubt it's exclusive, but we're getting one of the first shots.
Firsthand. We're getting firsthand info.
That's right, on Brox's departure from FTC Art of Grappling School and his new venture Aftermath. I think it's going to be an interesting interview, and we look forward to hearing from Brox.
Absolutely.
That's it for me. What do you got? You got anything else?
I got nothing else, man. This was a great episode.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
We got a little wrestling, a little business, a whole lot of Tully. Come on, man. Talkster didn't let us down.
I couldn't summarize it any better. So next week, Brox and Rich. See ya.
See you, everybody.